The second thing what prayerlessness does, it's a sign of a divided heart. In verse 21 of chapter 12, Samuel says to the children of Israel, when he's giving them the warning, he says, "Do not turn aside, for then you would go after empty things which cannot profit or deliver, for they are nothing." It says, don't turn aside, because when you turn aside, your heart becomes divided, where you're not seeking God the way you should seek Him. There's an incident recorded in the book of 1 Kings where it talks about this king called Uzziah. And basically what happened to this king called Uzziah is he was working somewhere in his palace, trips and falls, and injures himself pretty badly. As soon as this king gets injured, what he does is he sends his palace guards to go and inquire of the prophets of Baal whether he would recover from his injury or not. While his servants were going to inquire of the prophets of Baal, God sent some men through prophet Elijah, who intercepted him and asked him the question, "Is there no God in Israel that you would go to Baal to ask him whether you would survive or not?" God was so insulted by what this king did, he sends an interception. He says, "Is there no God that you would go and seek them before you would seek me?" And as a result, God says, "You're not going to make through it. You're going to die in this injury, King Uzziah, because I want you to know that the one person who has the power and the authority to change your predicament is me, not the gods of Baal." Even in our life, when we have prayerlessness grow, what happens is whenever we are faced with a crisis, a tragedy, or a sudden situation, the first resort is never prayer. Because prayerlessness breeds in us a divided heart. We begin to seek other things, other people before we seek God. That's a direct sign of prayerlessness. It's like if you have kids, the moment your kid has a fever, you immediately call up the doctor. Immediately open the medicine cabinet and look for some sort of medicine to give the kid. There's nothing wrong with doing those things, but I would say for children who are bought by the blood, the first act in any moment is, "God, please heal. God, please touch." That's the first response. Whatever crisis we face, our first call always has to be Him, no one else. Because that's what happens with our heart. When our heart becomes divided, we begin to look to other people to solve our problem when we have a fully capable God who can change our situation.